Previously on WFX Overload. Oh, he got it! He got all of it.
And that could be all for the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
He's going for one, he's got two. But Mentallo sneaking out the back door into a side powerbomb. This is Daniels' maneuver.
Perfectly done too on moonsault. And they're going to the final.
What a final we're going to have, Mike.
So Eugene is never, ever, ever coming back to Winnipeg again.
What? I thought we were in San Antonio. And what is he talking about?
Pandemonium is broken out here.
Look at those shots. Oh, just measuring Charlie Haas with a right hand.
This is brutality. This
is personal, Mike. Look at him.
Look at him going right after the eye.
Elgin with the hook. And a handful of trunks. That's right. A handful of trunks is right, Mike. He got him. What's going on here? Apoc is coming in the ring for what? He got nailed with a clothesline. Well, now they're leaving him behind, Mike.
Well, I don't know if they're leaving him behind. They're just catching up. Uh-oh.
Holly's got Apoc.
Kenny Rogers can't tell because he's got long dark hair.
Oh! Chair, Mike. If that's not it, I don't know what is.
The wrong guy's being pinned, but Kenny Rogers can't tell because he's got long dark hair. Kenny Rogers has mistaken Apoc for Thorne, clearly, because he's been drinking, I might add.
WFX, the Kip Conspiracy. Why, Kip? Because you shake the hands of all the fans? You kiss the babies? Are you doing that for marketing and promotional reasons? You make me sick to my stomach. While you were out there doing all that, remember it was Charlie Haas that gave you the beating of your lifetime. It was me that dismantled your left leg. It was me that left you laying there. You're lucky to be back in that ring. WGW, the world's greatest wrestler. And with that comes the intensity, the mean streak, and the heart of a champion. For 10 years, I've been an afterthought. Why? Because I'm too intense to be marketable? Too serious to be promotional? One thing's for sure, I'm too damn good to be ignored.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again another week here on WFX Overload. My name is Dave Thomas alongside Mike Davidson. What a way to start off a triple threat match to this week's show, Mike.
And it's about the WFX No Limits division. We don't even know when we're going to crown a champion in this division, but we have three of the most talented in the No Limits division in Shawn Daivari, the Sheik, and Arik Cannon, who's, you know, he's
bit of a ribber.
Yeah, certainly. And Mentallo, who's serious and just seriously talented.
Any one of these three individuals could be the No Limits champion. There is absolutely no question that I could see, in my opinion, any one of these guys carrying that title anytime down the road.
Yeah, but you also have to talk about Daivari, who, of course, spends a lot of his time in Japan, and Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel. He's just as talented as anyone, or more talented than these three. Hard to see.
I think we've got one of the best the only no-limit division I've ever heard. One of the best divisions you're going to see in pro wrestling today.
That and the WFX No Limits Tag Team division is very talented, and Mentallo, of course, is scheduled to go to the final of that tournament against Chevy and Sanchez. His partners, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and this is a great showcase for him to show the world what he can do.
Well, Mentallo is a world traveler and has shown other parts of the world, and now he's got a chance to show over 50 million viewers, if I'm not mistaken.
Closer to 100 million viewers can check out WFX Overload each and every week.
And of course, a double shoulder tackle there. I was going to say, Mike, anybody has any concerns, go, oh, look at that, smart. Going for the pinfall, double pinfall.
What an opportunist the Sheik, Shawn Daivari, is. And it's well known, I don't like Shawn Daivari. I don't like that sometimes he communicates in a foreign language when he can clearly speak English. But hey, you know what? To each their own. Oh, this is interesting.
This is more than interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anything as innovative as that.
That was very, very original.
Right into the arm. It's hard to keep up with these guys, Mike. Wow! We've got a flurry of arm drags, and there's no end to them. Oh! These guys are trading shots. Double hip toss for your trouble.
That was a big hip toss.
And look at them. They're still going back and forth. It doesn't matter. It's like the hip toss was just a matter. Whoa, another one. I wonder if Daivari is going to get the message that maybe charging these guys is not the thing to do. Here he comes again.
Wow! What the hell? I'm about to say Kelly Russell has to watch because he's out of position. And because he was out of position, the only thing he could do is give a hip toss of his own.
Well, I think there's nobody prouder of that ring.
People cheering for this. The referee has to remain impartial. If I was Shawn Daivari, I'd be petitioning the WFX board of directors and saying right away that match belongs to me, because the referee is obviously not impartial.
Well, Daivari is not happy, as we can see from his anger on
he's
on
in
the
pain.
floor. Well, he took 3 big hip tosses. Well, 2 anyway. I don't know how much of power Kelly Russell had behind that hip toss, but it was a hip toss. Onto the floor of flying head scissors. You know, that Mentallo is quicker than you can imagine.
Yeah, look at his quickness there. He slides in under the bottom rope as Arik Cannon was going over the top. But Cannon is quick on his feet too and meets him with a big right.
I'll tell you, Mentallo.
Or was that a left? No, that was a right.
It was powerful. Going for his finishing maneuver, the brainbuster. Mentallo getting out of it.
And he executes the brainbuster perfectly, doesn't he? He
does, better than anybody that I've seen.
Beautiful suplex there too.
Daivari breaks up that pinfall. You know, the action is so fast, Mike, like I said earlier.
Ow!
I'm 6 moves behind. I was going to comment on Mentallo diving out of the ring, and I didn't even have a chance. Wow, Daivari quick, too, with a shot. What's going on here? Oh!
That's exactly what the No Limits division is all about. Anything can happen because it all happens so fast, and you just saw that beautiful DDT, and it wasn't enough because Mentallo was there to stop the pin.
Tornado DDT broken up, pinfall by Mentallo. Oh, enziguri, and he nailed him. Savant kick. And we're back to Mentallo. Well, I can't even keep up into a power bomb. Mentallo going up. Is this a moonsault? His finishing maneuver.
Wow! I think
he nailed it there.
He would have had him if Shawn Daivari had been out of position.
Oh, shoulder first, and Daivari now going for the pin.
Wow!
He stole a victory, but it was all because of Mentallo, but nonetheless.
Why is it stealing a victory? Why is it stealing a victory when he pins a guy? You call it stealing, like it's theft, because you're discriminating against the great Sheik Shawn Daivari, who I'm starting to like for winning this match.
I wouldn't put any words in my mouth, but I'll tell you one thing.
You said he stole the victory.
He stole it from Mentallo, absolutely. But I didn't say it was a bad thing. It was a smart move.
Yeah. Stealing is always bad. If you steal a man's wife, it's bad. If you go to a bank and steal their money, it's bad.
This is Mike Davidson talking to me?
Well, I don't necessarily
I'll tell you one
steal
thing.
myself.
One thing he wasn't happy with was referee Kelly Russell. He chased him out of the building.
Well, you know what? If you want to know more about WFX, check out the website, WFXWrestling.com.
I'm backstage with the Brotherhood, and I have a lot of questions for these 3 gentlemen. Guys, Ravenous Randy.
You don't ask the questions here. You don't make the rules. What are you going to do? You're going to sit here and ask something stupid like, where's Ravenous Randy? Where's Danny Duggan? Is that what you're going to do? Something pathetic like that?
Well,
just stop right there. See, it was plain and simple. They're invited to join a family. They're invited to become brothers in the Brotherhood. You don't turn your back on family. See, family is thicker than blood. And either you can be blood or you can be spattered blood on our hands. See, that's the message you need to think about. When the invitation is given, you should freely and joyfully accept.
Welcome back, everyone, here to WFX Overload. And Not too much that I can tell you about these two combatants, Mike. I'm not very familiar with both of them. What do you know about JJ Larocque and Zack Mercury?
This is an interesting match in itself because Zack Mercury and JJ Larocque both haven't won a match yet. So their opportunity here, one of them is going to come out 1 and whatever.
Well, unless we go a draw.
Well, I think that would be the end of both of these guys, quite honestly.
Wow! No, he couldn't. You know, I tell you, kudos to Mercury for trying
In
to maneuver
defense
like
of
that.
Zack Mercury, in the last 2 years, he's had a serious broken wrist that took him out of action for 6 months. He almost needed reconstructive surgery. And then he was in Mexico and he blew out a tendon in his leg, the Frankfurt tendon, and he almost died. So he hasn't wrestled a lot, so his strength is just coming back to him. And JJ Larocque is a fatty.
Well, oh,
He's heavy.
Yeah, but well, he's a larger individual.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
you know.
I wouldn't want to try to give him a backdrop, but take a look at the referee. I'm not supposed to say things about him anymore.
You know,
he's
Mike,
actually got somebody handling his PR now, and he's filed a grievance against WFX because no one's ever proven he drank on the job, even though 3 wrestlers confirmed what I've said, and that's that he drinks before his matches.
You know, the interesting thing here, Mike, is that you started off that big rant by saying, I'm not allowed to talk about him. And what did you just do? You're burying a guy. You're saying negative things about a referee that you have.
He's 90 years old.
90? Have you seen his birth certificate?
I thought that was it. Zack Mercury in trouble. He needs this match more than anybody, and look at him fight back because he knows he's got to fight back.
Yeah, but Larocque cutting him off there.
What is this?
That's Larry Zbyszko.
Coming from the Golden Tunnel.
Well, Larry Zbyszko backstage. Why? We must have had a camera back there, but I don't understand.
He's in the building.
Well, we know he's.
Last I heard he was suspended. What is he doing here?
He's not only in the building.
Stop it!
He's at
Stop
ringside.
it!
Why is he stopping this match?
I can't stand it! Stop it!
Can't
Stop it
stand it.
before I slit my wrist!
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say
I'm
about
talking! Just
Sanchez.
stop it! Shut your mouth! Where's the hard can? Look it! This is exactly what I am talking about. The management of WFX finds me. They suspend Keith Walker because they say he's too dangerous and brutal, like this is Dancing with the Stars or some stupid kid show. But this is what I'm talking about. This kind of crap, they're putting this on television. Look at you. Look at you. You know what? Did you ever hear of a sit-up? If you eat more, you could probably even get fatter.
Zbyszko, isn't it?
And look at you, bouncing off the ropes like you're some kind of an acrobat. You nitwit and you skinny little leg. My arms are bigger than your legs, you nitwit.
What I want to know is where was he watching the match? Because we saw him arrive at the building, and he knows exactly what was going on.
Something out. Get the camera on me.
Mercury just leaving in disgust.
You know, believe it or not, there was a time when me. Shut up when I'm talking. Don't say what. Just shut your mouth. There was a time when men were men and women were proud of it. They kept their mouths shut and they changed the diapers and did the dishes.
Okay, but what does that have to do with WFX?
A little bit uncalled for, I think.
If WFX thinks I'm going to be fined and sit home like some stupid idiot, they've got a lot to learn. You know what this is? This new organization, if they're going to make it to the top, they're going to need a brand new department. They're going to need a QC. They're going to need a door with a big sign that says QC department, which stands for quality control. And they're going to need somebody like me, the last of the real men, to run the damn thing for them. Shut up!
Zbyszko, what is he, lobbying to be some
Director
sort
of quality control is
sort
what
of
he's saying.
well, management, I guess, but
You know, shut up!
no, obviously
Let me point
not.
something out. There was another old custom when your kid misbehaved, your old man put him over his knee and gave him a spanking. And he said to his kid, "This is hurting me, kid, more than it's hurting you, but it's for your own good." And WFX is going to have someone with quality control, someone like me, that is going to take them to the top, whether they want it to happen or not. You know, I refused for 30 glorious years to ever get involved with the WWE because I will not associate my name with a joke. But I am going to start changing policy here. I'm going to start bringing guys in who I deem qualify as real men. The kind of real men when I came aboard. Shut up!
He brought in Keith Walker, I mean.
Whether WFX likes it or not, it's for their own good. All I got to say is this. Quality control is on the way. WFX is going to get big time, whether they want it or not, because if I am going to change the policies here. I am going to bring in athletes that I deem are real men. I'm going to set the standard, and I'm going to bring in a breed of man that's going to be the heavyweight champion of the world, and I dare anybody to try to stop me.
Well,
there you go, Larry Zbyszko with a lot of points, and he's
well, he cut to the chase right off the bat.
Sounds like he wants to be in charge of signing people to contracts here in WFX.
Hey, Kip, yeah. Yeah, they put me with Charlie Haas tonight. Yeah, I know. He's technically flawless, you know? Yeah. No, I was thinking that's some good pointers you got. Yeah, I'll bring the power. I know I don't want to try to wrestle him. Well, see, yeah, no, I'm getting too nervous now. Okay, yeah. No, I mean, he's supposedly the greatest wrestler, right? World's greatest wrestler. That's what they say. No, I know I can hang with him. Definitely. Thanks, man. Yeah, I wish you could be here. Okay, bye.
Look at you. Rising star. The son of the chosen one. Ooh. John Cutler. Tonight, main event with WGW, world's greatest wrestler. I heard you on the phone talking to Kip, giving you some advice, helping you boost that confidence. Good. Because you're going to need it. And the next time you're on the phone with him, I want you to send him a message. You know what? No. I'm going to deliver a message tonight in the main event. And you can help me out. Because it's going to be you that's going to help deliver that message. I'll see you in a few. Good luck, kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Jonny Fairplay.
Oh, wonderful.
Well,
one of my favorite people in the world.
For those
Jonny
of you,
Fairplay.
For those of you that have not been keeping up with the times, Jonny Fairplay has produced a segment almost every week here called The Red Carpet. Is that correct, Mike?
That's exactly correct. It's the Red Carpet with Jonny Fairplay.
And I guess Fairplay feels that he is a red carpet style celebrity.
What is the Iron Sheik doing on his shirt? You know what? I like Jonny Fairplay, but I think Johnny's a bit of a degenerate.
Well, just 2 seconds ago, you thought he was the greatest for this segment, but nonetheless, he's got his entourage.
But you can like somebody and think they're a degenerate. Can you not? I believe you can.
I have a feeling that probably a lot of people in this world feel that way about you, Mike.
I hope not.
Well, alongside Jonny Fairplay is Jessie Godderz and head of security, Darren Dalton. And what are we going to find out this week? Is I know everybody at home is on the edge of their seat, pardon my sarcasm here, to find out exactly what it is that Jonny Fairplay has to say.
Well, you notice that he's with Mr. Spectacular, Jessie Godderz, and his WFX appointed security guard, who goes with him everywhere. I don't understand that, but it's nice.
Welcome to the red carpet with Jonny Fairplay. And I'm your host, Jonny Fairplay. All right, now guys, on a personal note, I didn't want to bring this up, but I was watching Survivor the other night, and I saw that idiot Rupert talk about Jonny Fairplay. Well, the last time I checked, I ain't on this season of Survivor. I'm right here in WFX Wrestling.
Jonny Fairplay, an alumnus of the Survivor.
But I still
TV show.
hate each and every one of you, so don't get too excited. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for this.
Oh.
If you guys remember back a few weeks, I attended a memorial service for one of our fallen heroes, Bushwhacker Luke.
Yeah, memorial service. The guy is not
And I
dead.
had no clue at the time that a funeral could be so fun. I loved every second of it.
What's wrong with this guy?
But if you look back at Jonny Fairplay
Zack.
and all the great things I've accomplished, I survived an island. I've upset WFX management.
That's true.
I pissed off each and every one of you.
Well, he's
I
good
sent
at
that
claiming
idiot
the obvious.
Eugene on flights all around the world. And the last time I checked, Eugene is now in the insane asylum. That's right, the
Probably
dog
had
pound for dummies.
committed or
No
something.
more Eugene
Dog pound for
Dinsmore
dummies.
in
Well, that was-
WFX Wrestling. So for my latest trick tonight, I'm going to do something I never thought I could. I'm going to bring back the dead. Sorry, Grandma, it's not you this time.
Now that's uncalled for.
Let's bring out Bushwhacker Luke.
Bushwhacker Luke.
I told you he wasn't dead, Mike.
Yeah, but what is he doing coming out as a guest on the red carpet?
Well, he's probably trying to clear up this whole memorial service baloney. Obviously, you know, the memorial service was a joke. He's alive and well, as you can plainly see.
Well, I don't know how well he is. For a grown man to walk like that, you have to wonder if he's all there upstairs. I guess once they took all of Eugene's money, Eugene Dinsmore, they probably want to take Bushwhacker Luke's money. But I don't know if he's got any.
Well, I'll tell you one thing he's got. He's got the support of all the fans here at the WFX Arena.
I think I got this one. I think I got this one. Welcome to the red carpet, Bushwhacker Luke.
You know, mate, or should I say, fair play? I didn't like the prank those young guys played on me. Yeah, but their day will come. But the worst thing about it was, my parents, they thought I was injured for life. My whole family did.
Your parents thought it was funny that you were injured for life?
Notice
Are
that
you being
Fairplay.
disrespectful, fair play?
Fair play is
Maybe.
just that.
Hey, I'm a wrestler, not a two-bit reality icon like you.
I am the reality TV icon. Hey, look, Luke, you want to talk about disrespectful? You know what's disrespectful? You want to know what's disrespectful?
The way he smells.
Barging onto someone's interview segment and trying to be confrontational.
It's more like the way Fairplay
That's
dresses.
disrespectful. You know what's also disrespectful? Dressed up in an outfit from 3 eras ago. I don't even know what look you're going for.
He looks like the
That's
Predator.
disrespectful.
Well, that was.
But more importantly, not retiring when you should have years ago. That's disrespectful.
Hey, fair play. I'm in the prime of my life. Yeah, I'm in the prime of my life.
He believes it.
Well, you know what? Good for him.
Oh, Fairplay just slapped him.
Talk about disrespectful. Oh, and Dalton from behind.
The security guard, Dalton, was quick to drop. He did his job. He's supposed to protect Fairplay at all costs.
Yeah, now you've got all three of these guys attacking Bushwhacker
That's
Luke.
disrespectful.
And I think that's all we've heard from Jonny Fairplay in this red carpet. But let me tell you, what was disrespectful, and Fairplay didn't mention it, is the fact that Bushwhacker Luke smells so bad.
Smells so bad? Come on.
No, he does.
With me at this time backstage is a man who really needs no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Holly. Bob, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You know, you have a reputation that sort of precedes itself. A lot of people know exactly who you are, and a lot of people know that you're a little bit of a loose cannon at times. What can the fans and the wrestlers here at WFX expect from Bob Holly?
Well, first of all the fans know me, and all the guys in the back know me. So they can expect the unexpected, because that's Bob Holly. You know, when I go out there, I give 100%, and they know and I do. And that's why I'm here at WFX.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. You've been wrestling for 16 years, and you've had a lot of injuries over that period of time. And a lot of people are questioning whether or not your body can hold up to the rigors of the ring. They're saying you're not very durable in the ring. How do you respond to those critics?
Not very durable. What do you mean by not very durable? Are you saying broke down?
No.
No, I'm asking you a question. Are you saying I'm broke down?
No, I'm not saying you're broke down. I'm just...
Well, you know what? That's the way I got it. Well, let me tell you something. I'm old school, okay? I've wrestled hurt. I've wrestled with a broken arm. I've wrestled with staph infection that would kill a normal man. And you think I'm broke down? These kids you got back here, they trip over a blade of grass and they want time off. I'm old school, pal. I work whether I'm hurt or not. If I can't walk, that's the only time you'll see me not wrestling. You pick out one of these guys in the back. I don't care if it's my best friend, Kip. When that bell rings, he's not my friend. I give 100%. I wrestle with a broken neck, with a cracked vertebrae. You go find one guy back here that would do that. Better yet, go find one guy out there, put him in the ring with me tonight, and I'll show you how broke down I am.
Okay, we understand, Bob. Thank you very much for your time.
Got it.
Well, you know, definitely some heated words from Bob Holly.
Well, if somebody called me into a pre-recorded interview segment and they sat there and they said I wasn't durable, and
well, he accused him of being
fragile,
broken down is what it was.
I wouldn't appreciate that either, even though it might be the question everybody wants to know. But you know,
and you know what? Bob Holly is in probably the best shape of his career. I had a chance to talk to Bob Holly a couple of weeks back, and I'm telling you something. This guy is primed and ready, and he's in the best shape he's ever been in. And he'll be the first one to say that he'll go.
And it's amazing how the fans of WFX have responded to him, and it's amazing how the fans of WFX respond to these three gentlemen, and I use that term loosely, the Brotherhood, the creeps, the guys that have that alternative lifestyle, who abduct people. We still don't know where Danny Duggan is. We don't know where Ravenous Randy is. And earlier, when Kevin Thorne was interviewed by Shane Madison and the Brotherhood was there, he said he invited them into the family.
Well, we have been saying for weeks and weeks and months now that we don't know what goes on in the heads of these three individuals. These guys are insane, crazy, whatever word you want to use. They are just plain weird. And I'm telling you, Mike, these guys creep me out. You said it.
And their opponents.
We await their
Total
opponents.
combined weight of 699 pounds. Bobby Fox and Midwest Brown and Ear.
Well, this is going to be interesting, Mike, because, you know, in all the weeks gone by, I don't think we've seen the Brotherhood in too many six-man tag matches, have we?
This is actually the first six-man tag match in the history of WFX, and you look at it, and Bobby Fox and Midwest Brown and Air, you got to really value their valiant effort. And don't underestimate these young guys, because we've seen the Brotherhood membership of APOC and Thorne lose to Eclipse and Kamikaze.
Well,
so these three men could maybe not very easily, especially after this start, but they can win this match.
I'm not going to put anybody on the line here and say that anybody, you know, has got a chance of winning or losing, because it really is, especially in the tag team ranks in WFX, anybody's game. But the Brotherhood seizing the opportunity and deciding to start this match off faster than expected by attacking their opponents. Why? Maybe they feel there is that weak link like we've talked about in the past, Mike. Maybe they feel that APOC is the problem.
I don't know if that's what they think. I know there's definitely cracks in the foundation of the Brotherhood, and there's cracks in Bobby Fox's body after that. But ooh.
Oh, but he caught him. He caught him on the crossbody, Mike. This is not looking very good.
Wow.
Oh!
This is the meanest I've ever seen the Brotherhood look. I can say that. You know, last week here on WFX Overload, it was Gangrel and Thorne who took on the homicidal, genocidal, and suicidal Sabu and Bob Hawley. And they didn't fare well. Of course, APOC took the pin because he came out to try to protect his Brotherhood, comrades. But they are definitely taking that loss out on Midwest Ground and Air, and Bobby Fox, who I wouldn't be surprised if he's not going to the hospital right now.
Well, he threw him about 25 feet across the arena, it looked like, from one end to the other. And now Gangrel with the attack, tagging in. And, you know, earlier in the match, I saw Gangrel with a shot to the throat. You always give the referees a hard time. Right in front of Scotty Bowman, and he did absolutely nothing about it.
Well, he doesn't want to take a shot to the throat. You know, the tag team there is called Midwest Ground and Air, and that's an obvious reference to aviation. Well, that was a crash landing that Bobby Fox had, and Midwest Ground and Air maybe needs to go check on their partner. Wow.
Well, he just about lost his head on that clothesline. That's Nate Bash, who, you know, the devastation that the Brotherhood, another one. Oh.
This is the meanest I've ever seen the Brotherhood. You know, the Brotherhood is definitely violent, and they definitely want to prove a big point, but they're definitely asserting themselves more violently than ever before in WFX.
You know, Nate Bash just kicking out, sliding out the back door there, and I got to tell you, at this point in time, if he doesn't make a tag, this is going to be over very, very quickly.
And the leader of the Brotherhood, I assume, is Gangrel, and here he is right now. And wow, how much of a beating can Nate Bash take? And Bobby Fox still hasn't come back into this match. And
I don't know if Bobby Fox is on the floor still, or if he's been taken to the back for medical attention.
No, he's laying on the floor. I can see him from where I sit, but I can tell you this about Bobby Fox. He probably has some sort of concussion or worse. I don't know.
Well, Nate Bash not doing much better. Gangrel is just like a madman here, tagging in APOC. Now, I don't want to suggest that he's the weak link, because I think he's a very, very talented wrestler. But you got to admit, weeks have gone by where the other members of the Brotherhood have abandoned him. Ooh, well, he just missed a European uppercut, charge in the corner.
You mean a main eventer from Europe? But I'll tell you something about Benjamin Saylor here, who was just tagged in. This guy can do it. He is the strongest of the three. Ooh, he's the strongest of the three on that one team, and I don't know.
Well, Gangrel
he's now going to win it on his own, because you can see Nate Bash can't even get to his feet, and we still haven't seen Bobby Fox move too much at ringside. And if he's injured, if it's a spinal cord injury or a head injury, he's probably better to just stay where he is.
Well, look at this Gangrel now distracting Scotty Bowman, allowing APOC to come in. And now from the top, he's got Nate Bash.
Ow! Oh!
You may as well call it. It's over. Stick a fork in him, because he's done.
Wow.
Maybe APOC redeeming himself a bit with the members of the Brotherhood.
No, you know, Kevin Thorne was really, really violent in this match, and so was Gangrel.
They all were. What a finishing maneuver.
This was
neck breaker off the top.
Brutal. That was brutality at its finest.
I'll tell you right now, I don't want to meet any one of these guys in a dark alley, or a well-lit alley for that matter.
And there you see Bobby Fox is just... He didn't even land on level ground, it looks like.
That's the protective mat that we throw over our television cabling, and it's not... Oh, wait a minute now. Kevin Thorne is... What is going on here?
Thorne is taking him.
This is another abduction, for crying out loud.
And you see Bobby Fox is favoring his head. He has a head injury.
Where is Thorne taking Bobby Fox?
Well, I don't know, but to learn more about WFX and the Brotherhood, check out WFXWrestling.com.
Tonight's Cash Good, PointsBad.com main event will be coming up right after the break. And with me at this time is Charlie Haas. And Charlie, you're going to be taking on Prime Cut John Cutler. How have you prepared for this?
Are you nervous? Are you nervous that you're standing in front of the world's greatest wrestler? John Cutler. Kip's favorite. The son of the chosen one. It's all a WFX conspiracy, the Kip conspiracy. I heard you shooting off your mouth, John, saying that supposedly the world's greatest wrestler. Son, you have no idea what I've endured, what I've gone through to earn that name. But I admire your cockiness. I admire your confidence. Because tonight, I'm going to beat the living hell out of you. I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to make an imperative statement that's going to go right back to WFX management and right back to you, Kip. And Elgin?
Charlie, it's Elgin.
Whatever. Tonight, you come down to the ring and you sit down, you take notes. Because you're going to see intensity. You're going to see pain. You're going to see desire of total confidence running through the world's greatest wrestler. John Cutler, you have no idea what you're in for. You have no idea what you've just set off. But you know what? Don't blame yourself. Blame Kip. Blame Kip and blame WFX management for putting you in that position. And when it's all said and done, you can get on your little cell phone and you call Kip. And you say, Kip, I finally did it. I wrote a check with my mouth that my body can't cash because I'm in pain and I've been beaten to hell by the world's greatest wrestler, Charlie Haas.
Welcome back, everyone. WFX Overload, and this is our CashGoodPointsBad.com main event.
I will tell you this. Take me at my word. I would not want to be John Cutler after what we've seen from Charlie Haas this week. The GWG, the greatest wrestler.
The world's greatest wrestler.
The WGG.
We got it.
The WGW is what he is. The world's greatest wrestler.
Well, that's what he's claiming to be, and he's, like I've said many times,
if I ever get
is
the
guy to back
right, we're really set.
Yeah. Like I said many times, he's the guy that can back it up, Mike. He does claim to be the world's greatest wrestler.
Please do not tell him that I had the name wrong.
And of course, now we should mention, accompanying him to ringside is Michael Elgin.
Michael Elgin is one of the most violent people I know in WFX.
Well, and you can see that.
Tells him to sit down and watch this.
Well, I was just trying to say, Charlie Haas now has mentioned in the past that he is mentoring Michael Elgin, and as you could see right there, he said, look, kid, you sit down, you watch how it's done.
He is just impressive. He is intense, and the things he will do to his opponents, and we saw it when he took on Kip in his debut in WFX, and we've seen a lot of it since.
Well, he's got his work cut out for him because his opponent,
weighing in at 233 pounds, from Tampa, Florida, John Cutler.
John Cutler, we've mentioned numerous times, is no slouch in the world of pro wrestling here at WFX. And Charlie Haas is going to have his work cut out for him. However, so is John Cutler.
He certainly is. John Cutler got some advice from Kip here tonight. And it was, of course, Kip isn't in the building. He's on a promotional tour, and I don't understand why he was scheduled for a promotional tour by WFX management on the same night where we produced WFX Overload. But John Cutler called Kip, and he was asking for advice. How do I beat Charlie Haas like you did? That's what John Cutler was asking. And I really don't think Charlie Haas likes the kid asking the guy he hates more than anybody in WFX, Kip, for advice. I have a feeling he's got a message for him, and I think it's actions, as they say, may speak louder than words. Hey, go.
No, that's after you, please.
But hey, what a chance John Cutler, prime cut John Cutler, has to prove himself here in the CashGoodPointsBad.com main event. If he could beat Charlie Haas, I'll tell you this, he just has to run with Charlie Haas in this singles match. It'll be a major leap forward in his career. But if he can beat him, it'll be like climbing Mount Everest.
Well, you are right, Mike, as I was going to mention earlier, that this is going to be a true test for John Cutler. But I really think that it's going to be a bit of a test for Charlie Haas.
Last week, it was Charlie Haas and Michael Elgin against Kip and John Cutler. And that match went the way of Charlie Haas and Michael Elgin. And it was John Cutler who got pinned by Michael Elgin. He's got a lot to redeem himself, but he's got some heart. He looked a little unsure of himself a little bit earlier, and I think he's got to find some fire. He's really got to, he should be coming out if he allows Charlie Haas to do all that scientific stuff, he's got no chance. He's got to run with him, and he's got to use power.
Well, look at him right now, just taunting him, and he was Charlie Haas out wrestling John Cutler, and Haas played some mind games with a shot to the gut there.
Do you know what I love about Charlie Haas? This is what I love about him. Is he does. Oh. Okay, maybe I don't love this, but
Cutler showing some fire, a couple of right hands and a drop kick.
But we saw this when Charlie took
over the top.
Oh. Hey, that's what John Cutler needed to do. He needed to get fired up.
He's got to
find his emotional edge in this match.
He's got to stick and move on Charlie Haas, and he's doing just that.
You know what I like about Charlie Haas is what he did with Wavell Star last week and what he did with John Cutler when he gets right up in your grill and he says, I'm the greatest wrestler, world's greatest wrestler, and then he starts to back it up. Charlie Haas is the best in the game right now. That might seem like a bold statement, but watch this.
Well, Mike, you've got some very good points you've made there. Charlie Haas claiming to be the world's greatest wrestler, and you know what? Right now, Cutler is showing him a thing or two.
A little bit of agility from Cutler, but
you know what? He caught Haas off guard there, I think, and Haas, he still got a 2 count out of the deal.
Yeah, but I think it's only because Charlie didn't know what John was. It was unorthodox what John did, but he turned it to his advantage.
Well, Cutler's showing a little bit of his inexperience, if you will. I mean, Charlie Haas been around a lot longer than John Cutler has, and Cutler, rightfully so, will say that he still has a lot to learn in this business.
Nice block and threw a punch of his own, and Kenny Rogers, of course, didn't even think to mention that was inappropriate.
Once again, showing the inexperience there. Oh man. Cutler went for a second drop kick, and Charlie Haas held on to the top rope there a little bit too smart. And we see Michael Elgin looking on. Now, do you think he's gaining experience?
Sure,
do you think he's soaking this all in?
Sure he is. You see the way he's studying everything that happens in there.
Very
he wants
intently.
To be just like Charlie Haas. He wants to learn how Charlie Haas does it. He wants to move like Charlie Haas. He wants to win like Charlie Haas. Wow!
Man, he sent him over the top rope.
That was like a rocket launcher. We saw that last match where Bobby Fox didn't move after he got launched to the outside like that. And it doesn't look like John Cutler's having an easy time moving right now.
He's getting up a little bit slower than he would like.
Oh! That's a broken back if I've ever seen one, or definitely a risk of one.
Charlie Haas dropping John Cutler's back right across the guardrail.
And even though the fans hate him, you still see a small segment of the audience up and clapping for him because that's intensity.
I think they're clapping. They're showing support for Cutler.
No,
they want Cutler to get up. Come on.
No, I think they like Cutler just fine, but when you see, that's what Charlie Haas is willing to do. He's willing to go that extra mile. If he has to beat you, he'll beat you.
Well, he just gave a kick right to the face, or the chest area, I should say, of John Cutler. And now it's like he's toying with him. It's like he's playing with him, Mike. It's like he's saying, you know what, kid? I got you where I want you, and I can do whatever I want, especially here. Nailing him with rights and lefts across the face. Plus, he's got his throat draped over that second rope.
I have a question for you. Do you think maybe Charlie Haas resents John Cutler because he's a good-looking kid who probably got the opportunity that he's got here in the CashGoodPointsBad.com main event, partially because of the way he looks? And you think maybe that's why Charlie seems to be going the extra mile as the world's greatest wrestler to beat him up?
I think Charlie Haas is trying to send a message to Kip, and he's doing it through Kip's friend John Cutler. And however he has to do it to get that message to Kip, he's doing it. He's being vicious. He's laying in the boots. He's laying the shots. He threw him over the top rope, Mike. He slammed his back into the guardrail, and I can tell you this, he's doing whatever he can to send that message to Kip. And I sure hope that Kip is watching, because when those two collide, it's going to be incredible. But what I really hope right now is that John Cutler's got the ability to get onto this maneuver, this hold, or this is going to be over before you know it.
If Charlie Haas wrestles against Kip the same way he's wrestling against John Cutler, I don't think Kip's body can take it. John Cutler is a younger guy who can absorb more punishment.
You are watching the CashGoodPointsBad.com main event on WFX Overload. And Mike, I am proud to say, and I said it earlier, we are seen in close to 100 million homes.
Wow. Available in close to 100.
Hey, we're seeing them. You turn the channel on, we're there.
Yeah, if somebody's channel chain is surfing there, they're going to stop on our show, because that's how good WFX Overload is. But, you know, I'll tell you this. We are seeing...
We're seeing a phenomenal main event.
Well, they're going for it. John Cutler, I take my hat off to him.
He's got fire.
He hasn't had his best match.
Big elbow.
But he has taken a beating and keeps giving it everything he's got. But I don't know if he's got the ponies to run. Oh.
Look at that drop kick to the ankle. Real smart maneuver. Face first to the canvas, and Haas is reeling. Goes for the pin. And only a 2 count.
And you know what? I usually would point out that Kenny Rogers did something wrong there, but he didn't. He was in position, and he went and he counted for the 3 count. But
obviously, his agent has sent you a letter.
His representatives have asked me to stop talking.
Big tackle by Cutler.
I think that was an elbow to the head, actually. You can see Haas down on the mat, favoring his forehead, because he took probably the ball of the elbow right to the head.
Cutler making a move here, going up. Wait a minute, what is Michael Elgin doing with a steel chair? Ow! He nailed John Cutler in the back, and referee Kenny Rogers did not see that as he was tending to Charlie Haas.
You have to wonder if Kenny Rogers had all his capacities there.
Look at the smile.
Influence.
Look at the intensity on Haas's face. He knows exactly what's happened. He knows that it's any time now it's all over. He knows that he's got Cutler where he wants him into a backbreaker.
Oh! That's the Haas of pain. And that's 3.
And it's over, and John Cutler is in a definite situation where he is in a Haas of pain.
Don't ignore the fact that Michael Elgin just nailed him with a steel chair to the back.
Of course, that gave him the advantage. That gave Charlie Haas the advantage. This match was back and forth. These two guys were having a great match. It was anybody's match.
John Cutler's best match. He was obviously nervous. We saw it earlier when he called Kip and he asked for advice. And
hey, he's a kid who's new in the business. What's this?
He said, "Give me the cell phone." Who's he going to call? Why does he have a cell phone here in the ring? You're not allowed cell phones on pro sports fields. You shouldn't have them in a wrestling ring.
You call Kip. You tell him what it feels like when you cross paths with the world's greatest wrestler. And you tell him to quit kissing the babies, to grow a set and be a man, because I'll be waiting.
The challenge has been laid out.
That's easy for him to say when Kip is not here. Would he talk like that to Kip's face? I doubt it.
Well, he saw John Cutler talking on the phone earlier on his cell phone to Kip, and now he's relaying a message as well. Cutler, you tell your good buddy Kip, I can't wait.
A major victory here in the CashGoodPointsBad.com main event. Thank you, everybody, for watching wherever you are. And wow, for Charlie Haas, this was an amazing victory.